Hey guys, how's it going? It's SouthWestGunner. Today I'm here with my buddy Joe. Some of you guys know him by his YouTube channel. It's TheTacticalPuertoRican. That's also his Instagram. We'll also link that at the end of the video so you guys can go and check out his page. Today we're going to ask him a couple questions about his gun that he brought today. It is the ZPAP92. So Joe, tell us first a little bit about yourself. Any kind of like military history, anything like that. Let them know what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, so name's Joe. I did 8 years in the Army Reserve, Army Military Police, one tour to Afghanistan, and then kind of spent the rest of the time just hanging out at home, drilling once a month, and then going to different places in the U.S. for different training and stuff. Cool. So also did 7 years as a correctional officer. Things started to get a little too spicy for my liking. Just in the world.
It takes a toll on you. It takes a toll on your body, it takes a toll on your health, everything like that. You know, getting older, there's nothing much you can really do to keep your youth when you're doing something like that.
Yeah, I had a couple kids, so I wanted to come home every day.
Doing the dad life, you know? Yeah, I've been shooting with Joe for a long time, ever since I moved out to Arizona. He's one of my best friends of all time, you know. You're actually one of the first people I met in Arizona, one of my first shooting buddies. We met at the gun rally that they have every year in Phoenix. And we just kicked it off right then and there, and we started training together, doing a whole bunch of different running and gunning drills, and all sorts of stuff, vehicle work, communication stuff, you name it, medical. We've done quite a bit together, you know, he's a great shooter, and you know, we just do our thing. So figured we'd bring him out here and kind of promote his YouTube channel as well, and check out his gun. He's got a whole bunch of different guns, so I'd like to get a bunch of different interviews, different you know, different videos out there. So I asked him to come along. Haven't seen him in almost a year. It's been a long time since I moved down south a little more. But today, checking out the AK. So I'm going to ask you some questions about it, and we'll start from the back, and we'll make our way through, and just tell me all about it. So first, let's start off with the stock. I'm guessing that's the MCX stock.
Yeah, it's a MCX stock. So
let's take the gun, clear it, make sure it's all clear, so everybody knows. Clear gun. There you go. All the pussies that are like, you didn't clear it. Yeah, it goes off. Anyway, so it's a MCX stock you got on there. It's a folder.
Yeah, it's a MCX stock.
Folds right up. Nice little package.
And then just tension. Go back. Makes it really short.
Yeah, it's a short package. You can fit in a truck, backpack, whatever. It's good for you know, carrying around if you gotta be somewhere where it's a little more concealed, whatever. You know, it's pretty sweet. Now, it only folds, or does it adjust up and down?
It adjusts too. So adjustment's a little tough. You really got to push it into it.
That's cool. How do you feel about the stock? Do you like the stock? Is it comfortable?
I like the stock. I do wish they would have made them a little more, I don't know, rugged, I guess.
A little more durable.
Before I even got to shoot it, it fell off my table about this tall.
I see.
And
I'm looking at it right
it
now.
Broke. It pissed me off for a while. I ended up putting epoxy on it, and it's fine now. I think it's actually better than when I got it now.
Yeah, the stock fell. He sent us pictures in the group chat. It broke right away. We like to call that a SIG moment.
Yeah.
Not to take a jab at SIG or nothing, but you guys suck. Anyway, no, but Glock guy, obviously. But yeah, the stock seems pretty cool. I like the MCX stocks. I like the way they look. I was also a little bit disheartened from the fall and it breaking like that, because I was thinking about actually getting an adapter from JMac Customs. JMac Customs makes a bunch of cool different adapters for different guns. I want to put it on my MP5. I think it would be really cool to do, but again, the durability.
It's a vibe. I'll say that much. It's a vibe.
Okay, so let's move from there. Let's start with the lower. Okay.
So yeah, it's a ZASTAVA ZPAP92.
And the caliber?
7.62 39. They're made on RPK receivers, so they're a little thicker than your normal AKs. Normal AKs are 1mm. These are 1.5 millimeter, so it's, you know,
a little thicker.
Yeah, a little bit thicker. Yeah, a little heavier too. But I mean, you know, you got good things about it, bad things about it. So,
tell me about the trigger.
So trigger is an ALG.
ALG Defense.
ALG Defense.
Great stuff.
It's the enhanced trigger. They have the enhanced and they have the ultimate. So
so that's the enhanced one, right?
Yep, this is enhanced.
It's pretty light. I have put a few rounds through this before, and it's a really light trigger. It's a nice, crispy, clean pull. The reset's nice. It feels good. It's like, it feels almost like an AR, you know, for an AK, which is pretty cool.
It's about 3 pounds. Very, very light.
It's a light trigger, definitely is. It's nice to have a light trigger in something like this when you want to make a little bit of a further shot, a little more precise. You get a nice clean pull on it. I like it. I think it's awesome. So you got the trigger there. You also have, is that the mag release on the bottom? Is that what that is?
Yeah, right here.
So the mag release is on the bottom, like most of the AKs are like that, right? See, I'm also very new to the AK platform. I don't even own one yet. My first video was with Alex, and it was his Dragunov, and didn't know much about him then either, and still haven't really learned anything of it.
Yeah, it's basically a longer AK with you know, some changes, obviously.
Yeah, so I'm still kind of learning. That's why I was like really intrigued by this gun for the video. I thought it was a good one to go with. So you got your mag release, your trigger.
It's just a standard mag release. Some people will swap them out, put bigger ones, so it's easier to hit.
And that's basically like most of the lower stuff is like, that's about it.
Yeah,
there's nothing real special about it.
AKs are basically just the lower.
You got your safety.
They don't have an upper. It's just a dust. It's a
dust cover, basically.
Yeah.
But you got your safety there as well. That is not ambi, right? That's
not ambi
safety. Yeah. They do make ambi safeties, right, for these?
They do. What it is basically just an extension right here, so you left-handed people can hit it with your thumb.
Long-handed people like me.
Yeah.
I love, I love guns that are right-handed and getting used to them, but this one's a tough one for me. It's triggering the safety and all that's a little bit rough for me. Okay, so let's move on from there. I forgot to mention that you also have this Picatinny section on the back of the gun. So if he didn't have this SIG MCX stock, you can put other folder stocks on it that have Picatinny adapters.
Yeah, I could do like a AR buffer tube adapter and then put it on here, folding AR buffer tube adapter or just a regular buffer tube on there.
That's the grip, just a basic what, Magpul?
Yep, Magpul K2.
K2 on it. And K2 is a really highly sought out grip. A lot of people like the K2.
Yeah, it's very comfortable.
There's different ones out there. There's A2, the K2, there's BCM grips. There's, everybody's coming out with grips, different angles, different textures, and they're pretty cool. But the Magpul K2 is a pretty well-known one. That seems to be one that people go for.
Yeah, for AKs, I like the Magpul K2.
That's cool. Okay, so is that it for the lower, right?
Basically, yeah.
So we'll move on to the upper part of it. He's got a Picatinny section here with the Optic. He's also got irons. Backup irons there. So tell me a little bit about
the backup.
Optic, all that.
Yeah, the irons. They're they come stock. They're they want to say they're the Krinkov style, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Now the Picatinny section, right? Did it come with the gun, or did you have to add it?
It comes with a gun.
So that's a plus. You don't have to go and buy a Picatinny section, install it, things like that. That's
when they send it to you, this thing is covered in oil. So what you got to do is you got to take off what I did is take off the Picatinny section, clean it out, make solvent, make sure all the oil's out.
Little gun scrubber type thing.
And then once you do that, let it dry. Go with a Q-tip just to make sure it's also dry. And you put Loctite on there. Doesn't matter if it's red or blue Loctite, whatever you prefer.
So different strengths of Loctite, depending upon if you want to remove the Picatinny section later. If you're deciding not to, you could go with some of the stronger stuff. There's like green Loctite or something like that. That's like permanent. It's basically like JB Weld. You could do something like that if you were going to keep the Picatinny section on it. But it's really cool that it comes with it because there are some guns that come without stuff like that. I mean, most MP5s, things like that, they actually don't come with Picatinny sections, and then they charge sometimes quite a bit for certain brands, companies, etc., to add something like that. So that's good that it comes with it.
Yeah, so another option would have been if it didn't have Picatinny, I'd have to get like a side mounted rail.
Yeah, I've seen that. I like it on top like that. I'm not a big fan of that side rail thing. I've seen it before. I think it just looks funky. It might work great. I just am more of a fan of the way this one's set up. You got Optic on there?
It's just a Holosun Optic. I ordered it from Cape Gumworks. It's a company.
Cool.
Instagram.
Yeah, Holosun's a great company. Some people are like, it's Chinese, but they make killer optics. They're really durable. They hold zero. The battery life is incredible. If the battery fails, they also have the solar strips on some of them, so you don't even have to worry about that. It's a great optic company. I will do some reviews on the Holosuns. I don't have many Holosuns, but I do have one on my MP5. Actually, I'm sorry, on my Mac 11. So I'm going to do reviews on those two. Like people that have Holosuns, I'm going to ask them to come together and we'll go over all of them. They're durable. They work. They're not the hottest optic company in the world, but they are a lot of people are buying them right now.
Yeah.
They seem to be putting up against the aim points, against the EOTechs, against the, you know, the Leopolds, you name it, the Trijicons. They seem to be really, really going to bat. You know, they're coming out with a lot of different optic models right now that are pretty cool. So I've been looking into the AEMS.
Yep.
So that's going to be something I'm probably going to end up doing a review on as well.
And then they just started doing lights too. So
yeah,
they have
that's
their,
right.
yeah.
That's right. They have lights coming out, pistol lights. They got lasers, things like that. Everything seems to be, you know, they're coming together as a company. That's for sure.
So
okay, so
it's forcing a lot
that,
of companies to step up.
How much was the Optic? Optic was affordable too. Right?
Maybe 150 or so.
$50. Yeah, it's not bad. And you got different brightness settings on. Is it just the dot, or does it have the other reticle?
This one's just a dot. This is their cheaper model.
Cool.
So it's just a dot, 12 settings.
Nice. The battery life's really good on it. I'm assuming no issues.
What is it, like 50,000 hours, something like that, on setting 6.
So that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. It's got that optic on it. And then let's talk about the bolt. Let's talk about the bolt in general.
Yeah.
The charging. It's really smooth. AKs are just in general really smooth.
So this is actually
as easy as that.
I actually swapped this out. This is a KNS piston. So this lets me control how much gas goes into the weapon just by rotating this.
Very cool.
So if I want to run a suppress, I can lock it up and then tune it to the suppressor.
Awesome. And AKs suppress unbelievably. I mean, any kind of like 7.62, 30 cal, you know, bullet
the ammo itself is really nice when you suppress it. AKs are horrible. Like the AK itself, the platform, it's kind of crappy too. Just because
I'll let you reassemble it there while
it got
talking about it.
Locked up.
But basically, they're easy to take apart. They're supposed to be easy, you know, pretty easy to put back together. It's a pretty solid, simple unit. It's all like one piece, you know. It's pretty much as easy as the AR stuff. You know, the ARs are their bulk carrier groups. You just pull it out. It's all like one unit. You can take it apart, clean all the stuff out, put it all back together. Pretty simple. I mean, AKs, the thing about them is they're reliable.
Yep.
They will run basically no matter what. If you get dirt in it, if you get water on it, you get ice, fire, you name it, they tend to fucking run. Grand Thumb, he's doing a lot of videos right now with different testing and stuff. I do believe, I've watched them, but I can't remember, but I do believe some of the AK stuff did very well.
Yeah, their AKs did.
With the performance-wise as far as that. So that's pretty cool. The bolt's really clean, it's really easy to use. I mean, this thing, you haven't cleaned this in ever, you know?
Once I
runs,
built it.
You know, it runs. You know, you've been dumping rounds and it just keeps going. I mean, that's what AKs are built to do. So let's move over to like the rail. What kind of
the rail, this SLR, Rifle Works.
I thought it was. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, this is
SLR makes great stuff.
This is probably like the most expensive thing I bought for this.
Yeah.
Oh well, besides the laser, but the lower part of the rail, the handguard itself, it's a ion, I want to say, and so.
I like SLR in general.
Yeah, it free floats a better barrel, so it makes it a little more accurate. Yeah, more accurate.
The harmonics and stuff are not being affected by it. SLR makes great stuff. They make custom like rails, rifles, you name it, uppers, lowers, billet stuff. I really do eventually would like to either get a 300 blackout or just a 5.56, but like a shorty SLR build. I'd like to do that. They make really cool product, really cool colors too for their Cerakotes, things like that. They make their own version of like the honey badger. Everybody's starting to do that. It's pretty cool. They make their own versions of different guns, and they just are a really sleek piece. So quality right there. On the bottom of that, what do you have as a Handstop there?
So I actually 3D printed it.
Okay, so you made that yourself.
Yeah.
This is the Tactical Puerto Rican special right there.
Yeah.
It actually looks really nice. I like it. It feels good.
Yeah, it's got a little honeycomb in there.
Yeah, it's cool. It came out great. Now, when you 3D printed it, 3D print like this, or did you have to add the honeycomb? Or
no, so it I 3D'd the pattern and everything.
That's cool.
So the heat changed it a little bit, but it actually made it more.
That's awesome. It seems to
more.
hold up really well too. I mean, it's a sturdy piece. You know, it's that's impressive, man. That's cool. You 3D print
just falls off.
Yeah, just break it right now. No, that's cool. On the side here, I see you got Arasaka.
Yep.
That. Yep. Let's for real quick. I'm going to give a shout out to them. I love Arasaka. I had an Arasaka mount holding my Surefire on my Mark 18 for a while for the offset. They have great mounts, great light systems, killer prices. I'm a big fan of the Arasaka stuff, so to see the logo, I was like, hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So I see you got that, and then what light you got on there?
Okay, so this is a little Frankenstein light. So the head is a mod light, PLHV2.
Okay, very bright.
Yep.
Very
bright.
Yeah.
All the lumens, all the time.
All the lumens.
This is the more like does everything type of light. They have the OKW, which is, you know, a more DMR, further out distance,
further throw.
Yeah.
So the light, they have a lot of throw. So it throws the light as like almost like a beam, and it can focus on an object at a distance a little better than some lights. But then there's also the flood, which is around it. This one is what, about medium flood, medium throw, so like in the middle.
Yeah, you can still identify, you know,
you can identify
positive
target
attention.
pretty deep. And this thing's bright.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know about mod light and you're interested, mod light, they are a little bit pricey, you know, I'm not gonna lie, and lights get up there, but you're getting technology that is top end right now. Mod light's one of those guys. They make bright, really durable lights, so can't go wrong with that. And you have it on an offset, right? The offset is the Arasaka, which I'm familiar with, which is a great, cool little offset that they have here, which puts the light underneath, like sort of on the side where the laser is, instead of directly on the side of the rail. So I like that tucked in look. It's really nice, and it helps also with like suppressor shadow, things like that. You can get the light out a little further, things like that. So that's a really cool setup. Tell me about the switch. You got a little pressure switch there.
Yeah, switch. That's a also mod light. Unity.
Flip it so they can take a look at that real quick. So this is the Unity mod light switch. So the switch goes on your Picatinny section, and it also reroutes your wiring. So it kind of keeps everything in a nice tight little package instead of your wires just being all in the way, getting tugged out or whatever. This is a really cool setup right here.
And then I got these Ars Machine wire management too to keep it.
That's neat. I like that. So he's got Arson Machine above the switch, and that is wire management. It's helping him direct his wires where he wants it to go. That's cool, man. I haven't seen this yet. That's really neat, though, the Arson Machine. I've never even heard of them, so I'm impressed by that. Now, let's move into one of my favorite parts, the laser unit. I've got one of these. I love it. He got me into this one. What is that?
It's a Purse 4 Green Plus.
It's a Zenico.
Yeah, Zenico.
So Zenico is a company in Russia, right? And they have now American. They have Zenico USA now. They're manufacturing some stuff. They're getting ready to. They're trying to get like certain licensing.
Yeah, with the whole incident in the you know, Eastern Europe right now.
Yeah, so things have gotten a little crazy. When you bought your Purse 4, this is a full power green laser unit. So it has a full power visible green laser, and it also has a full power IR laser. So when you're rocking night vision, only people that have IR, you know, visibility are going to be able to see that laser. It's all in Russian, so there's that, you know, but it's easy to use even if you don't speak Russian, because it's simple. You have your this is your power off, this is your visible green, and then the other direction is your IR. You can power it on with your, ooh, that's a stiff one. Your button is on the top, or you have a button on the rear. The button on the rear is great for me because I'm a lefty, so when I use my thumb, I can just push it forward. It's actually perfect placement. Adjusting the laser for brightness, you have that as well. Your 0 is pretty simple to understand. It tells you which way is which, right? So even though it's in Russian, it's still easy to zero.
Yeah, it's pretty intuitive.
Operate. Yeah, it's pretty good. They make other units that have IR illuminators as well. This is just the laser unit only. I have that as well. The thing is about these full power lasers is people like the full power stuff. They're hard to get because they're law enforcement or military only, but these guys, you can get them actually imported from Russia. Well, back in the day when we were doing it.
You might still be able to get it, but customs is going to hold it for a long time.
Yeah, the thing is, these prices on the Russian units have gone up quite a bit because of all the war and controversy going on out there in Ukraine, etc. And Russia. So the price has gone up substantially. What did you pay for yours?
I bought mine maybe $450 at most.
$450 same here. I bought mine on eBay directly from Zenico, $450, and mine got there quick. Some people had to wait a long time, like a month or something like that. I got mine pretty quick. Now, forget it. Finding these units, impossible.
I got mine maybe 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. I seen them online now, $800 plus, not even for the green. That's for the red.
And all this is because Putin went and had to stick his nose in Ukraine's business, so go fuck yourself. Anyway, so let's move on. You got your front irons. We already went over the irons. So as far as this brake, tell me about the brake a little bit.
So Manticore arms, if you are, you know, for those that are familiar with any small AK package like this, they typically come with what's called a booster. And what that's supposed to do is improve the reliability on it because it's such a small barrel, about 10 inches, that it makes it dwell time becomes an issue because it's so small. So they put the booster on there in order to improve the
like suppress shooting, stuff like that, or just shooting in general, the dwell time, and then
improve
gas,
the dwell time.
Basically, the gas direction, redirection, and the operation of the gun improves because of that. So now, underneath that, it is a threaded barrel, correct?
Yeah, it's a threaded barrel. It's 26 by 1.5, I want to say.
Pretty cool. So is that like the standard? That's the standard, right? I believe the 26 by.
No, so the standard is 14 left-handed.
That's right. That's right.
This is that's the standard. This is a standard for a Yugo pattern rifle.
Yes.
So it's a Yugo pattern rifle. ZASTAVA's out in Serbia now. But,
so this thing, it's actually not too bad. Like the percussion, when you're shooting, I'm filming whatever, or I'm just standing there running drills with you. This thing is not that bad. The blast is not like paralyzing. You know what I mean? It's actually not too bad at all. The question is, do you plan on putting a suppressor on it?
Eventually. Right now, one of the few options is just dead air.
Dead air.
Wolverine. But they haven't put out their adapter for over 2 years.
Yeah.
So I didn't even have this. I didn't have this whenever I was planning on it. So
get me started on the dead air right now. Stay tuned for that because I'm gonna have some things to say for sure. Dead air, I want to say makes a great product, but they make an okay product. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, I will get into that story some other time. Right now they have my Canon for service. It's been for service almost as long and soon to be as long as the ATF took to approve the can. So that's going to be a big thing. It's going to probably be there longer than the ATF actually took to approve the can, which is ridiculous. Now, granted, I know that Dead Air has been moving and starting a new facility, etc., whatever, and they have their reasons. But to not make your product to the adapter to make this the suppressor work for these guns, you're making products that people love, and when you make a product that people love, people are going to want it more. It's going to expand, right? When you stop making something for whatever reason, you got to have a good reason, because right now all I'm seeing is joke videos and things coming out of their social media. It's not looking good. It's not looking good for Dead Air owners, like product owners. It's not looking good for their company, because I'm sure you want the adapter. I'm sure you want to suppress this thing, but we're waiting on them. So please, Dead Air, get your shit together.
It's gotten to the point where other companies had to step up, like JMac.
They adapters and things.
They're making adapters for it. I plan on getting one in the future. I had some issues come up where I wasn't able to get it, but that's one of the things I want to do next. I'm probably going to get a JMac adapter and get a Dead Air Wolverine and run it that way. Or
the Wolverine's
who knows?
A great can.
There's another company that's making a suppressor. I can't remember what the name of the company is, but I know that the suppressor, it's called a Sputnik.
Cool.
So
down with it. Sputnik, rocket, whatever, right?
So that I might look into that.
If it shits on the Wolverine, then guess what? There you go. You got your new manufacturer right there. So the Wolverine is a great can. Alex has one. The only thing is he's had a couple of end cap strikes, and there's some quality issues, just like my Sandman, just like these other cans that are out there with Dead Air. So it's one of those things where you got to weigh your options. If they make the adapter, you got to debate whether you want to wait for that Sputnik to come out, or do you want to go ahead and get the Wolverine.
And that also comes out at least for the end cap strike on an AK. That comes to it, because
the barrels are not perfectly straight.
Yeah, they're not usually not concentric, and that's why they made the Wolverine. The Wolverine.
It tapers, so basically it starts off. I think it's bigger, right, and then it goes.
The closer it is to the barrel, it's smaller, and then as it comes out,
it gets wider.
It gets wider.
Yeah, that's right. Because as the bullet starts to not destabilize, but as it starts to travel from the barrel, it's going to go in the direction it does. Yeah. And if it's anything not concentric, you're going to have a little bit of an issue. But they open it up as the suppressor moves on, which is a really cool design, so it's less chance of baffle strike and end cap strike, stuff like that. But this is a really cool gun. I like it. Are you going to keep it the way it is, or you have any future plans for it?
Right now,
sell it? What are you going to do?
I'm not going to sell it, but right now I'm probably going to keep it as it is. I'll eventually upgrade the red dot on there.
Cool.
And I'll probably keep it do a rattle can on it. Haven't decided what color.
Oof, okay.
So
you're speaking my language. You know me, I like to paint the rifles. I leave my subguns and my pistols alone, but painting rifles is where it's at. So that's gonna be cool. I can't wait to see that. Are you gonna, what kind of pattern do you think you're going with? Maybe desert or something? Or are you gonna do like a foliage type of?
I might do like some type of like tiger stripe.
Cool.
So
very cool. That's going to be a neat gun when it's all finished. I like it the way it is. I don't think you really need to upgrade anything. I mean, even the red dot, I mean, it's doing its job, you know, and it's a great gun and shoots nice and flat. And can't wait to see it when it's suppressed. That's for sure. I like guns suppressed.
Yeah, it'll be maybe the red dot, and if I get a suppressor, that'll be the only upgrades I'll do on this.
Cool.
So.
All right, well, I guess that's it for this video, and appreciate you coming out, man, you know, and doing this with me, and, you know, let me shoot it, and, you know, having fun and getting all these videos, and we're just having a good time out here today, so appreciate you guys checking it out, and, you know, that's it. Thanks. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. If you don't mind liking and subscribing, me and my cameraman Mikey, you want to say hi? Come up front, man. Come say hello. We started this. We really love doing this. We love bringing knowledge to the table. We really. He's like, what's up? It's me. This is Trigger Mike. This is my buddy Mike. He's my filmer. He does all the editing. He really makes this.
I'm the guy who talks shit to everyone all the time because I feel like it.
He makes the world go round for this channel. We really appreciate all the support we've gotten so far. I really hope we can keep this growing. If you could tell your friends, tell your parents, or just anybody who could just subscribe real quick, throw a like on a video here or there, comment, anything. The more that this grows, the more I'll be able to do this. There's been a lot of changes. Me and Mike work together at the same job. There's been a lot of changes at our job and things that are just foreshadow. It's just kind of showing like a not great future right now. And we'd like to eventually do this full time, bring knowledge to the table, cool guns, edits, a whole bunch of stuff, products, everything. The only way we're gonna be able to do that is with the support from everybody. So if you guys could just spread the word on the videos, we really appreciate it. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of editing, a lot of time. I mean, this dude's really in there. He's working in the lab, you know, nonstop.
Cooking up in the studio.
Cooking up in the studio. So we appreciate it. We want to give a couple shout outs. We always do at the end of the video. We don't shill for companies that are just like random. We like to shout out companies that we actually use. We like to shout out companies that are friends of ours, things that we actually enjoy.
Fix my shirt.
So first one I'm going to shout out, I'm going to start with Joe. He's rocking a shirt right now. Like I said, Failed State. That is our buddy. He runs the company, and we wanted to give him a shout out real quick. Failed State all the time. He's got cool shirts. He's got a whole bunch of stuff coming, actually, new stuff now, new designs. I have his like blackout one. It's the black on black Failed State shirt. I really like it. So shout out to Failed State. Down below, you're going to see links. It's going to have all the different companies that we're shouting out. You can check out their product. So shout out to him. You were wearing that, and I even played in that for the video. It was just he's just rocking the shirt. Like I said, it's products we
Forgot
like.
to do my laundry. So yeah, clean shirt.
Love it. Also want to give a shout out. My buddy's rocking the Fuck the ATF shirt. This is Blue Collar Defense. Turn around, bro. Show him the logo real quick. Blue Collar Defense. Got to shout him out real quick. He makes awesome shirts, awesome patches, stickers, everything. He gave me a bunch of cool stuff recently when we linked up at the shop. And he's a great guy, man. I saw him the other day. We were at the East Valley Tactical, also Mr. Silencers, as you guys know it. It's in Mesa. He was there, you know, working the counter. Good friend of mine. Had some cool product, dished out some stuff for us. Mikey bought one of the shirts. I love it. Talk to him. We're gonna actually have a little collab shirt I'm gonna have. It's gonna be a little SouthWestGunner Blue Collar Defense little collab thing going. So looking forward to that.
Don't register shit. Throw stock on it.
Throw stock on it.
Free men don't ask for permission.
Throw a stock on it. So shout out to them. Also, Ravencrest Knives. They're in Mesa. We do a lot of photos with them. A lot of cool things. They hook it up with some knives. They got great prices. They got a lifetime warranty. They make really tough OTF knives. They got a flipper out now. They got a lot of cool stuff. So go check them out in Mesa as well. Ravencrest Tactical and Full Metal Jello. You know him on Instagram. Full Metal Jello. He has the petroleum jello. I'm using that right now as a lubrication for my guns and cleaning and all that, and the stuff is great. It works really well. We shouted it out the last video. It was the first time we mentioned it. The product just dropped, so check that out. Full Metal Jello, and check out his product. And I think that's about everybody. Oh, Unknown 8, of course, Unknown 8. My buddy, can't forget him. He's got, you know, his stuff is personally my favorite product. Like all his stickers, his patches are really cool. He's making things that are a lot different than everybody else. He's actually using like real pictures of product and turning them into stickers. He's got like panos, like quad night vision. He's got all this cool stuff. He made 31s into a sticker that's on the back of my truck. Actually, it's pretty awesome. I have a flag, big Goon Squad flag from him, and he's just got cool shit, man. So
he was one of the original ones using the Goon.
That's right. He was probably the first, to be honest with you. And he's been in the game for a long time. I always like to shout him out. I'm trying to get his stuff to keep cruising. He's doing really well, you know, with his product. So shout out to those guys. Of course, Daniel Defense. I'm always rocking the hoodie. I love Daniel Defense. We're going to be doing the Mark 18 video soon, so stay tuned for that. I'm just waiting on my RC2 to get approved by the GATF, so stay tuned for that. The Block 2 Mark 18 is going to be done, and you guys already saw the Daniel Defense Delta 5 Pro video. I'm going to have some other Daniel products I'm going to be doing some stuff with hopefully soon, so stay tuned for all that. We appreciate you guys. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends. Appreciate you. Thanks.